Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I promised to put up a video talking about starting a makeup business, like how you go about it, the challenges that are there. So for the challenges, I will speak about things that I have been through. I've been in the makeup industry for 12 years now. It's been challenging but more rewarding. So like my number one advice is never give up when starting any business, not only makeup. Makeup and beauty is almost the same thing, though beauty is the umbrella of like all beauty, of like nails and makeup and hairdressing and whatever you want to do. But if you're planning to start a beauty business, there are some things that you need to know, and there are some things that you need to be prepared for. Number one, there will be challenges. Like for me, if I can tell you a little bit of my story, I have come from so far. Like 10 years ago, I was like 9 years ago, I was selling popcorn. You know, I had to go back and do odd jobs. You know, I've sold charcoal in Meru. I actually had to go back home. I come from Meru, so I had to go back to my mom's house and just figure everything out, because business, people shut down, you know, within like the first year or the first couple of years. But for me, I decided I would never give up on my dream, because like I wanted to do beauty since I was a young girl, since I was in 34. My elder sister had a salon back at home, so like I used to look at her, and one of the things that caught me is the love she had for her job, the passion. She used to wake up so early in the morning. And then for me, I remember I used to go to her salon when from school, and the one thing that I loved is the before and after. You know, when a client has her hair done and then she looks in the mirror and smiles and say, I look more beautiful, you know, and some of them start crying. So for me, what I really noticed is the face. I remember every time I saw my sister do the hair, I was like, imagine with that hairstyle, if the makeup was done, if her eyebrows looked nicer, if she had on maybe a gloss or something. So for me, I am more focused on the face. So since I was a young girl, I really knew, I knew I wanted beauty. I didn't really knew I wanted makeup, because back then there was no makeup, like no one had like a makeup career. Makeup started like, let's say like 12, 13, 14 years ago in Kenya. So like I didn't know what I want. I didn't really know like which way I wanted to go. I just knew I wanted beauty. I wanted to make women look and feel beautiful. I wanted women to look at themselves and see like prettier versions of themselves. Like most of the times when before you start a career, at times you don't know which direction to take. But if you search deep down inside yourself, you will know like which way you want to go. Like let's say people that want to have like a teaching job, people that want to get employed, usually know like which company they want to tie themselves to. And people that want to start a business usually know what they want. Like people, like I remember my mom was a businesswoman back in Meru. She used to sell cereals. My mom was very good in business. My mom was actually fairly educated. She had like a study for education, you know. But she was very sharp when it came to business. And I remember I used to watch my mom, the way she did her things. Like at times she would go away for like a month or 3 months. She would go to Kitale and places, go selling stuff. But like we had food on the table. We were not very rich, but we had food on the table. But my mom was so hardworking, and just seeing her work like that motivated me to start my business. So back to like starting and running a beauty business. So there are a couple of things that you need to know. Number one, the market is flooded with beauty products. The market is flooded with gurus and fashion stylists, makeup artists, hair stylists, nail technicians, you name it. So whatever you want to do not be scared. Like if you want to start like a makeup business or a salon, do not be scared. The one thing that you need to do is set yourself apart. You seriously need to set yourself apart, and that means, why should someone not go to someone else who's doing the same thing come to you? You know, like I always believe this. I'm very spiritual when it comes to these things, and I think God, the minute God created you, he had a plan for you, you know, like he knew what you were going to do, and he's prepared a way for you. So don't be scared of not getting that client, Okay, so I believe that each one of us, like people, like when I started training, people told me, oh my gosh, Rose, you're so silly, you're so stupid, you're training your competition, you're training little roses. And bear in mind, I've been training for almost 10 years now. I've been a makeup artist for almost 13 years, been training for almost 10 years, and I train more than 100 students per month. So if I was training my competition, I would be out of business. But this is the way, when you're starting a business, you need to have this in mind. There is something for everyone. Like the beauty industry or any industry that you go to is like a pie. Only a small piece has been taken. So don't be scared. Don't be scared of competition. There's no competition. People are so scared and they take most of their time trying to compete with someone else than building themselves and building their own business. That's why we waste time. Like I was talking to my students today, and I've realized most of them just go on social media like Facebook and Instagram, don't do anything constructive. The only thing they're doing on social media is just browsing, seeing other people's successes, seeing what so and so did today. It's not bad to follow people. Like I follow people. I was speaking to my students, I realized one thing: they spend a lot of time on social media not actually building their own businesses or building their careers or reading like constructive material that will help them, like build a business. They are spending most of their time actually browsing, looking at the successes of other people, admiring them, wishing they were them. So, I mean, it's human for people to be like that, but I realized even I was doing that a long time ago. And ask yourself this: how much time do you spend on social media? How much time do you spend your time on social media actually building your business or doing something constructive? Maybe reading a book, reading an article, reading a vlog, going through a vlog, reading a blog, something that will actually add on to the knowledge that you have, or something that will help you better your business or build your business. So the way you launch your business is very, very important. The way you launch your business is very important. The first steps that you take towards starting that successful business, very, very important. Number one, you have to remember this: like, how do you get started? Where do you get the clients from? How do you market yourself? At times, like when I'm teaching my students and I talk about marketing your business, they actually don't understand. So marketing is like, what do you portray about your business? How do you describe your business? When you put a post on social media, how do you go about it? Like the captions, will they give you money? Will they give you like the clientele that you need to actually start making money? Whatever you're posting, is it business? Is it personal? Because there's a difference between putting up a personal post and actually putting up a business post, something that will bring you cash. So that's what we all need. You need to have this know-how. And let me tell you, with business, you have to make mistakes to learn. Like for me, being in business for almost 13 years, I've made so many mistakes, like so many, and I'll keep talking about them on my videos. And some of the mistakes that I've made is, number one, wasting time. Number two, not doing anything constructive on social media. Number three, being too scared to do certain things, like putting up posts, being scared of being, trashed or being hated on. And I see that with very many upcoming makeup artists. They are so scared of being hated on that they don't post. So remember this, that I remember that one time a couple of years ago, about 3 years ago, I was trolled on social media for like 3 days. And it got me down a little bit, but then I was like, after discussing it with a few friends, one friend of mine told me, Rose, if you're not doing anything constructive on social media, people will not troll you. And when people start trolling you, most of the times, means they've actually noticed you. And remember, on social media, everyone is on social media. People that have nothing to do, people that just have bundles, to use up, people that have free Wi-Fi. So the only thing that they can do, because they have nothing better to do with their lives, is hate on you and hate on your business. So do not get scared. So the first thing that you need to do is start building that business. And let me tell you, like when I started, social media was not a thing. I can't even remember when, because I've had my Facebook page for 10 years. So I think 10 years ago is when I realized there was social media. Before our work was really hard. We used to walk around and give out our business cards and stuff like that. Like when I started my business, I remember it was so hard. And before I started getting like clients calling me, I need makeup done, I need products, I need this and that, I need a makeup training. I went through hell, and the reason being because no one knew who I was. So I realized 3 years into the industry, I actually needed to sell myself. I needed to do the groundwork. I needed to show people that I exist as a makeup artist. And I needed to show people that I know my stuff. I remember one time I went to approach a really big company, and what I needed is for them to give me a contract. Like, I remember when I went, I just walked up to them and I said, I know you guys uh, do TV shows and stuff like that, so can I do your makeup? They were like, who are you? We don't know you, we've never seen you, can you show us your work? And then I will never forget one thing that they asked me: have you ever done makeup on any celebrity? That completely killed me. I didn't know any celebrity, I didn't know how to approach any celebrity, I didn't know, like back then social media was not a thing. So I like right now I can go to any celebrity and DM them and be like, I want to do your makeup, or just start a conversation with them. Back then that was not a thing. So you upcoming makeup artists that are starting right now, you are so lucky. You have no idea how lucky you are. Take advantage of social media. Take advantage of the platforms, the social media platforms available. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, especially Facebook and Instagram will completely make your career. So like the one thing that made me go back to Meru for a whole year is because my mom, I kept asking my mom for money. Like, mom, I need money for this. Mom, I need money for this. And then the landlord kept locking my house because I didn't have like rent. So my mom was like, you know what, just come back to Meru, let's rethink this, because I can't keep sending you money every month and then I don't see any fruits, And I totally understood my mom. So I went back to Meru for 1 year. And when I was back in Meru, I just kept thinking, oh my gosh, I'm never going to go back to Nairobi, that I don't know what I'm going to do and stuff like that. So like for me, I have a business mind. I think I have my mom's mind. So I see opportunity everywhere. So when I remember my mom used to have these women groups like every Saturday and Sunday. Saturdays in the morning, Sundays in the afternoon. So there were like over 50 women. So my sister Penina, she now runs her own pizza company, Queen's Pizza. It's very successful. She's my younger sister. So we were with her in Meru. So we went back with her because she was living with me. So I remember we were like, oh crap, we're going to get stuck in Meru and get married and have kids and never go back to Nairobi. So my sister and I spoke, and I was like, and then I remember that time, I think it was around June, July, it was a little bit cold, and then it got pretty cold. So I asked one lady from my mom's women group, and I asked her, where do you get the charcoal from? Where can I get charcoal? Because I saw most of them when they came, they had small paper bags and they were having this conversation. Because I actually used to go to my mom's group to listen because I had nothing else to do. I was so, gosh, my life was what I do. So I had them say, oh, after they'll discuss and be like, oh, so and so after this, let's go and buy charcoal. And then and like all of them had like paper bags. And then I asked them, how much do you buy the charcoal from? And they told me. And so I figured out a way to get the charcoal in sacks. So one of them, I was a really good friend of mine, and I asked her, if I wanted to start this charcoal business, what can I do? And she showed me like a wholesaler. So I asked for 3,000 shillings for my mom and bought 3 sacks. So I started selling, and then I remember I bought gloves because I didn't want my nails getting dirty, because I was planning to go back to Nairobi. I started the business, and within a short time, I was able to come back to Nairobi. And all this was to fund my makeup business. Let me tell you guys, if you're going to start something, see it to the end. If you're going to start something, see it to the end. Never start a business and then tomorrow you want to start another one, and then the day after that you want to start a chicken business, and then after that you want to start stick to one thing, learn that business, just like the ins and out of that business, like from A to Z. Learn how the business runs. That way you can be able, you'll have something tangible. That when you start a business, you actually know how to run it. And let me tell you, running a makeup company is not easy. The hardest thing in the world, especially right now, running a makeup company in Kenya or Africa, it is hard. Times are hard. Makeup is expensive. Beauty products are expensive. So know your thing. Before you go into any business, know your thing. So, I actually didn't want to talk a lot about the Meru part, but I think it's pretty important that you know where I come from. In another video, I will completely talk about my experiences as a makeup artist, like where I've come from, like the things that I've done, the odd jobs that I've done, so that you guys can see, like, the way I am right now is not the way I was 10 years ago or 5 years ago, okay? So, a couple of things that I can tell you. Number one, when you're launching your business, you need to market yourself very well. And the way you market yourself, first sell yourself. So if people trust you, they will buy what you're selling. But if everyone is on social media, everyone is doing makeup, everyone is doing this and that, nails and this, set yourself apart. Let people trust you in whatever it is that you're selling, okay? So remember this. When starting a business, like I said again, do your research. Number one, do your research. And then number two, look like the part. Okay, look like your business. Number three, social media. Learn social media and use it to the max. Social media is gold, you guys. Social media is gold. Use it to the max, okay? And then strategy. You need to have strategy. How do you start your business? How do you get the clients? And then what kind of clients do you want? You know, just target market. What's your target market? And then the target marketing comes even when you're looking for a location. If you want to be freelance, it is fine. It is the best and easiest thing in the world. If you want to have a location, do you want it to be in town? Do you want it to be in Westlands, in Runda? Be very careful, you know, do your research and find out how the people of Runda behave, how the people of Westlands, are they going to give you business daily? Are they going to give you business weekly? So target market, you need to find out. Don't forget, look the part, target market, strategy, strategize, strategize, you know, like from A to Z. Take a notebook and a pen, and then from A to Z, plan your business. Like, this is how I want to start, this is how I'm going to get my products. If I want a location, how much will a location cost me in town? How much will a location cost me in Westlands? Whatever, you know. If you want to do it, and this is not only for Kenya, this is for any country, especially African countries. African countries are the hardest and the easiest at the same time, if you know how to go about it, okay? And parting short, you guys, if I can tell you this, never give up on your dream. If you're planning to start a makeup or a beauty business, never ever give up on your dream. Kabisa, never give up, okay? So I hope you'll take my advice. I will keep putting up these videos. Thank you so much, you guys, for the massive support, for the good feedback, for always encouraging me and sending me these sweet messages. I really love what I do, and I feel like from my experiences, from the things that I've learned as a makeup artist, as a business person, because apart from just doing makeup, I also I run the first makeup school in Kenya. I think Makeup by Rose has perfected the way it does the training, because we train students from all over. We train students from Kenya, from Congo, from Tanzania. We train from Southern Sudan, everywhere. And because of the way we train, we don't only train you on the makeup artistry, we also train you on business, like how to start and run a makeup brand. It's very, very important. So don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and then click on the notification button so I can be getting the notifications for the next video. And do tell me like what you'd like me to talk about business. Doesn't have to be makeup, doesn't have to be beauty. And like I told you, the next video I'll be talking about my experiences as a business person, as a makeup artist, coming from Meru. I love Meru, and I love that I'm from that part of Kenya, and I have been through so much, you guys, and I can't wait to keep sharing all this with you. And I hope that you guys get inspired, and I hope that my videos will uplift you and motivate you and strengthen you even when you're down. And thank you so much for watching. As always, don't forget to subscribe. Love you all.